Hip-hop has been cannibalizing itself for years, and Drake's triple album is proof the culture is running out of new blood to keep it alive. From the first flows and melodies, it's clear that Drake's biggest influence today is his past self. The beats veer between cheap victory laps of his signature sounds from 2016 to half-hearted attempts to dip into more modern and edgy subcultures. But to be fair, it's not just Drake that sounds lost in 2026. The kings and queens of hip-hop are all grasping for relevance these days. Kanye released an album a few months ago that barely made a ripple. Beyonce's Country Project made a big splash that dried up real quick. And Kendrick's most recent hits were more successful as memes than real extensions of his catalog. Artists have never been more in need of inspiration, and they've never been more confused about where to look for it. It's a big shift from the 2010s, when these icons were reliable filters for curating the most exciting new sounds. And back then, nobody had a better ear for what was next than Drake. He's always functioned as a cultural lightning rod, channeling the latent energy of young artists and distilling their essence into something immediate and powerful. Whether that's Houston rap, Atlanta trap, dancehall, or Afrobeats, Drake would take anything new and strip it down to its most essential pop form. Today, the man who claims like 8 different cities as his hometown would happily devour some new sound or style if it was there for the taking. But where is he supposed to look? The hyperpop scene is already strip mining the artifacts of Sophie's legacy for anything they're worth. Rap's next generation never outgrew the dual influence of SoundCloud and Drake himself. We're so desperate for something new that rock music is actually slated for a comeback. And to be fair, Drake's brief rock experiment with Princess was among his most interesting moments here. But the core problem is that new Drake is really the same as old Drake. He's still petty, funny, horny, and full of catchy melodies. It's just that old Drake had a rich musical ecosystem to play off of, while new Drake said himself that he's feeling stuck. And maybe that's because nobody has forgotten more than Drake that he actually came up from the edges. He was a TV nerd from Canada rapping like a southerner and singing in falsetto. He wasn't really cool or mainstream or accepted. So he was free to experiment, and he relied on other outsiders from McConan to The Weeknd to keep inspiring him on his climb to the top. But today Drake sits alone at the summit, looking back at a flattened wasteland, where algorithms and the people that appease them are pushing us all toward the same uninspired middle. So the question is, where are my weirdos at? Drake needs you desperately. We all do. Hi, I'm MK. Welcome to my world.